Good morning, all. Right. So we're continuing with this conversation. Don't mind I and B that our water any pipe 2 days now, but that's okay. We still praying, right? We're praying to God, right? Praying to the government called God, right? Tanu pa si tanwa me pahi. Ayurda si ayur me dehi. Barchoda si barcho me dehi. Agneyan me tanwa unam tan me aprina. Om Meda me Deva Savita Aradatu, Om Meda me Devi Saraswati Aradatu, Om Meda me Ashvinau Deva Vadatam Pushkadas Rajau. God, you of all creation are the protector of the human body, protect our bodies. You are the giver of long life. Give unto us long and healthy lives up to 100, and even if we live beyond that, may we live to see long and healthy years. You are the source of bliss. You are the source of brilliance. Let your brilliance radiate on our faces. Fulfill any deficiencies we have in our personalities and sustain divine sanctified intellect within us. Right? So that closes off that chapter. Right? Let me move on to another form of prayer and scriptural reading. Right? All for pipe water. Right? So we're looking at Surah 31, the wise, right? The wise continues to pray even though you are not being provided for, right? The wise continue to pray, right? And read scriptures even though you are not being provided for, even though you do not even have the basic requirement of water, right? Water, do not approach prayer until you are clean, but you don't even have water to wash your hand, wash your face, wash your legs, but the wise continue to pray and read scriptures, right? These are the verses of the wise book as guidance and mercy for doers of good who establish prayer, give zakah, and continue to give charity, even though you don't even have water. You don't even have water, right? But you keep giving, you just keep giving charity. You don't even have water, right? To wash your face, but you keep giving charity out of the nothing that you have. Just keep doing it, right? Who establish prayer and give zakah of the hereafter, they are certain in faith. They are on right guidance from their Lord, and it is they who are successful. And of the people is he who buys amusement of speech, mislead others from the way of Allah without knowledge, and who takes his way in ridicule. Right? We don't even have water, right? There will be a humiliating punishment for people who lock off water or cut water, right? Cut basic necessities from people, because that is not a joke, right? And when our verses are recited to him, he turns away arrogantly as if he has not heard them, as if there was in his ears deafness. So give them tidings of a painful punishment. Indeed, those who believe and do righteous deeds for them are gardens of pleasure, wherein they abide eternally, or it feels as such. Right? It is a promise of Allah which is truth. Right? He is the exalted in might and the wise. He created the heaven without pillars, right? That the British might have ever flowing gardens of water and white fucking wine, right? Because they are righteous fucking servants, right? He created the servants and elite Islam, right? Will have rivers of flowing gardens and gardens and gardens, right? Of water, eternal baths, right? And other people had to suffer. He created the heavens without pillars that you might see, right? And has cast into the earth firmly set mountains, lest it shift with you and disperse therefrom from every creature. And we send down rain, and Allah send down rain from the sky, and made grow therein plants of every noble kind. This is the creation of Allah. No water is the creation of Allah and all the other gods that you all worship. So show us, right, what other than Him have created, rather the wrongdoers are in clear error. And Allah has certainly given this person called Luqman wisdom and said, be grateful to Allah for no water. And whoever is grateful for the benefit of himself. And whoever denies his favor, indeed, Allah is free of need and praiseworthy for no water, not even basic fucking necessities. And mention when Luqman said to his son while he was instructing him, oh my son, do not associate anything with Allah. Only associate Vedic with Allah, because you know why? Because Allah predestined me to be a Vedic Pandit, and indeed association with him is great. Association with him is great injustice, right? We have enjoined upon man care for his parents, right? His mother carried him, increasing her in weakness upon weakness, and his weaning is in 2 years. Be grateful to Allah and to your parents, right? Even though your parents might mistreat you, just push you out of the world and then don't give a fuck about you, right? Be grateful for your parents, for to Allah as the final destination. But if they endeavor to make you associate with Allah, out of that which you have no knowledge, do not obey them and accompany them in the world with appropriate kindness. Even though most of the time, most of the parents are shit on all you and piss on all you, right? Metaphorically speaking, follow the way of those who turn back to Allah in repentance, right? Even Allah don't even provide basic fucking human needs like water. Then turn to Allah, right? Will be your return to Allah, will be your return, which is death. And Allah will inform you about that which you used to do, which is cussing and carrying like a jackass, right? And Luqman said, "Oh my son, indeed it is wrong, right? Indeed, if it is that a wrong should be the weight of a mustard seed and should be within a rock or anywhere in the heavens or the earth, Allah will bring it forth. Indeed, Allah is subtle and most aware. O children, establish prayer, enjoin what is right, forbid that is what is wrong, and be patient, regardless of what calamity befall you, even if you have to go without a week without bathing, even if you have to go a life bathing with a bucket. Be patient, right? Be patient, be patient. Indeed, all that is, all that is of the matters. Be patient, right? Indeed, all that is of the matters requiring resolve. Be patient over all matters requiring resolve. And do not turn your cheek in contempt towards people, even though people might want to boss you around and play and donkey your scene, right? And try to fuck you over a million times. Do not turn your cheek in contempt towards people because you're a little pussy boy, right? And do not walk through the earth exultantly. Allah does not like everyone self-deluded and boastful. And be moderate in your pace and lower your voice. Indeed, the most disagreeable of song is the voice of donkey. So anybody could tell you anything and you just had to shut up and take it up in your asshole, right? Do you not see that Allah has made subject to you whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth, and amply bestowed upon you his favors, no water, right? Both apparent and unapparent. But of the people is he who disputes about Allah without knowledge or guidance or an enlightening book from him, such as the Quran, right? When it is said to them, follow what Allah has revealed, they say, rather, we will follow that which we found our fathers, right? Idol worshipping. Even if Satan was inviting them to the punishment of the blaze, and whoever submits his face self to Allah, while he is a doer of good, then he has grasped the most trustworthy handhold, and to Allah will be the outcome of all matters. And whoever has disbelieved, let not his disbelief grieve you. To Allah is their return, and Allah will inform of what they did. Right? Allah is knowing of what is in the breast or chest of everyone. We grant, Allah grants enjoyment for a little, right? Um, and then Allah will force people into a massive punishment for injustice, right? Once you are a person who enjoy all the luxuries without giving a care about anybody in the world, right? If there's a real God and if there's a real Allah, Allah will ensure, right, that people face massive punishment for this, right? And if you ask them who created the heavens and the earth, they will surely say Allah. Say, all praise is due to Allah, but most of them do not know. To Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and earth. Indeed, Allah is free of need, the praiseworthy. And if whatever trees upon the earth were pens, and the sea was ink, replenished thereafter by 7 more seas, the words of Allah will not be exalted. Indeed, Allah is exalted in might and wise. Right? Your creation and your resurrection will not be but that of a single soul. Indeed, Allah is hearing and seeing. Do you not see that Allah causes night to enter the day and causes day to enter the night, and has subjected the sun and the moon, each running its course for a specified term, and that Allah of whatever you do is aware? That is because Allah is a true reality. That is a true reality. And that which they call upon other than death is in fact falsehood, because Allah is the most high, the most grand. Do you not see that the ship sailed through the sea by the favor of Allah, that he may show you his signs? Indeed, his signs is for everyone patient and grateful. when waves come over them like canopies, they supplicate to Allah, sincere to Him in religion, right? Also known as faith. When He delivers them to land, there are some of them who are moderate in faith, and none reject our signs, except none reject the signs of Allah, except the treacherous and the ungrateful. O mankind, fear your Lord and fear thee, when no father will avail his son, no son will avail his father at all. Indeed, the promise of Allah is truth, so let not the worldly life deceive you, right? The worldly life, it seems, is even basic necessities like water, and not be deceived by what Allah, and not be deceived about Allah by the deceiver called Satan. Indeed, Allah alone has knowledge of the hour, and sends down rain, and knows what is in the wombs. And no soul perceives what it will earn tomorrow, and no soul perceives in what land it will die. Indeed, Allah is known and aware, right? So for how long now? And I was watching a video about this, and I've been discussing this in sociology days, and a video yesterday reminded me of it. How long have we been praying and reading scriptures? How long now have we been praying and reading scriptures, and nothing have changed? Nothing have changed. Nothing have changed. Right? People still don't have basic necessities. One, people are still waiting on colonial repatriation, right? European repatriation. People are still waiting on repatriation, whether it be from America, MK Ultra experiments. People are still awaiting repatriation from British colonial experiments conducted in the modern age. People are still waiting on basic water. People cannot bathe. They can't even feel like you can't even approach God and pray, because the Quran said they have to be clean to approach God and clay in even the Vedic scriptures, right? All religions, in fact. So yeah, you need to have external cleanliness in order to in order to, you can't go to a church. You'll be outside of the church. You're cast out of the church, right? If you go there and you're unclean, right? You can't even do anything like that, right? If you're not physically clean, right? So explain how it is that people have been praying, right? Carrying out all their agenda over and over and over and over like a fucking jackass, over and over, right? Repeating this creation over and over and over, repeating the creation, repeating the creation. I'm not gonna repeat my father's creation and sit down like a nice little holy little girl and preach the word, right? I different, right?